What's up, y'all? It's John with Gig 'em Outdoors, and for today's video we're going over why you should buy the cheapest revolver you can. This right here is a Heritage Rough Rider chambered in 22. This is the Say When Tombstone Edition with the 6-inch barrel. Okay, for this gun in particular, the story behind it is me and my brother were at Academy around Christmas time, and I've always been just a huge fan of cowboy movies in general, and I always wanted a cowboy type revolver. And whenever I went, these things normally retail for about $180 to $250, but this gun in particular was on sale at Academy for $120, which is a pretty good deal, you know, almost 50% off. And I'm a huge Tombstone fan, so I knew I had to buy it whenever I saw the Say When grips. So actually one of the really cool features about this gun in particular is it's chambered in 22, which, you know, 22 long rifle, everybody knows it, pretty small caliber, but you can actually buy an extra or a different cylinder. I think they run 20 bucks. It's been a while since I bought it, so it might be a little bit more expensive now. But you buy a different cylinder that you can swap out, and you can actually shoot 22 mag, which is a very different size caliber. 22 long rifle, I think it travels, I think it's like 150 feet per second to 200, and the 22 mag goes, I think it's 300 to 350 feet per second, and it's a much heavier, higher grain tip. So you get a lot more power out of it versus the 22 long rifle. So the way you actually switch the cylinders out is pretty simple. You push this button here, pull that pin out. You have to put it on the second click, pop that cylinder out. This is a 22 long rifle one. Pop. Let's see. Oh, I have it backwards. Pop that in. Push that button again, slide the pin in, it's gotta be lined up, slide that in, and then you're ready to go. Super simple. So the action and the loading and reloading of this gun's a little quirky. Being it's supposed to be a cowboy revolver, you know, it's got some old school stuff. It's actually a single action revolver. It's unloaded, meaning that you have to pull it back manually and then pull the trigger to drop the hammer. And you gotta do that for each shot. And then to load it, it's pretty simple. You have to pull it back to the first click, and then you go. You have to put them in one at a time. And then for putting them out, let's say you already shot, you know, your 6 shots. There's this little lever here. All you do is push it out, rotate, push it out. So it's pretty simple. It's a little quirky whenever you first use it, but over time you get used to it. So one of the main reasons I think everybody should get a cheap 22 revolver like this is it's such an easy way to get into shooting. This gun, like I said, was I think $120. This entire box of 500 rounds costs I think $25, $30, something like that. I think usually 22 long rifles 5 to 10 cents per round. So it's super cost effective, and with it only holding 6 shots and taking a little bit to load and unload, this will last you forever. But you know, enough talking, let's actually get to shooting. So we have a homemade pizza box target up there. I think we'll scoot up a little bit to about 10 yards-ish, 5-10 yards. And let's just see the kind of accuracy. I'm gonna be aiming, I think, center mass for these first 2 shots. So as you can see, I mean, all center mass, a little bit outside, but pretty accurate for just a handgun at 10 yards. So maybe I think we can back it up and kind of test if that gets better or worse with range. Like I said, not too bad to unload. It's a little quirky at first, but just got to cycle through them like that. Oh. Okay, now we're about 15, 20 yards away. I think we'll try to do some headshots and just see the accuracy on this thing. It's not the gun's fault. This is some really old ammo I'm using. I think that's the issue. It might also just be it's rimfire. It's not always the most reliable ammo to use. And it's the cheapest one I could find. So, not bad. One direct headshot, kind of scalped him twice, pretty close. Overall, not bad for a $120 pistol at 20 yards. Okay, we're back at about 10 yards and I swapped in the 22 mag cylinder and loaded her up. I got a fresh target up there and we're gonna shoot and see what the accuracy's like with the 22 mag. I'm aiming center of mass. So as you can see, I mean, somewhat accurate. I don't know if this is me or the gun. I'm not really a professional pistol shooter, and it's just iron sights. But I mean, not bad for 10 yards. I mean, if somebody intruder comes in, you're definitely hitting them. And this target's definitely scaled down to like 1/2 size. So I think that's pretty good. Now let's scoot back to 20 yards. I'll load 6 more in, and I think I'll aim for the head. One thing to note with these, it might not be picking up the sound right on the video, but with the 22 long rifle, you really don't need ear protection. It's probably nice in the long run because once you lose your hearing, you don't really get it back. But with the 22 mag, you definitely do. It's at least twice as loud. Also note, as you can see, my thumb's a little black. Try to keep your hands away from the cylinder because it does shoot out, and that's with all revolvers. But now we're at about 20 yards. I'm gonna shoot 6. I'm gonna aim for the head, and let's see how accurate it is. But as you can see, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what happened with that one. That's probably my fault. But I mean, if you have an intruder coming, he's done for. Okay, now I think we back it up to 50 yards and we can see the accuracy difference in the 22 mag and the 22 long rifle. And then I got some bricks I want to shoot, and we can kind of compare the difference in power based on the explosions from them. Okay, I have one of the targets set out at 50 yards, and I have this loaded with the 22 mag. That's going to be much better at over distance than the 22 long rifle. Quick side note, I forgot to mention, 50 rounds of 22 mag, I think is like $15. I'm not 100% sure. I bought these a while ago, but I think it's $15. So it's still not expensive compared to most calibers. Okay, we're going to give it 6 shots. I'm just hoping to get on paper. I mean, a 50-yard shot with any gun, let alone a very, very cheap revolver, is pretty difficult. So let's see what happens. I don't have a great feeling about just given that it's a handgun, but let's see. I'm hoping for the best. Well, we came to the 50-yard target. This is reused, so I crossed off all the old ones. And as you might notice, we have a singular hit, which better than it could have been. I could have missed all of them. I know I saw the dust behind them, so I'm sure I was just missing by a little bit. But hey, hitting one on the target at 50 yards with iron sights on a 6-inch barrel, that's pretty impressive. Can't be upset about that. Okay, one of my favorite things about one of these revolvers is you can do what they do in all those old cowboy movies of just slam firing it. So again, you're not gonna be the most accurate with it, but it's fun, and it costs you 20 cents to do with 22 long rifle. So just like that. Okay, now for the penetration test, I have a piece of a cinder block set up. It's chambered in 22 long rifle right now. Oh, knocked it over. Let me redo it. Okay, I set it back up. We can do the rest of the shots now. falling over every time, so I decided to just aim for the bottom. Not a whole lot of damage. Honestly, that's the first center of mass, and then I think I shot, that's probably 2 or 3 shots in total. But compared to if you watch the 30-30 video, where it just destroyed it, there's not a lot of power in the 22 long rifle. So I'm gonna set up the same block and get the 22 mag loaded. Okay, we have the block set back up and 22 mag loaded up. We could compare. I'll aim for the left side of the block this time. I think we only got one good hit in the middle before it flew over, but it clearly does a lot more damage. Cracked the block in half. I mean, that's the difference between 22 mag and, or 22 long rifle and 22 mag. So there's a lot more power in that 22 mag. Well, I think this concludes the end of the video. I had a really fun time filming it. If you're on the fence about buying a Heritage Rough Rider or any cheap 22 long rifle revolver, I hope this convinced you to. They really are great guns and they're a blast to shoot, and they're very, very cheap. If you like this video, please consider commenting, and subscribing. There's only more videos coming. If you have any video ideas, put them down in the comments. Thank y'all, and I'll see you next time.